And for the founders listening as well, then diving a little bit deeper into that. I mean, what are you looking for? What are some of the things like, obviously you can only make a certain number of investments and you raise a new fund that I think you said you're going to make 45 investments out of in total. And that's a small amount, obviously getting to the point of doing your 50 a year to get to 1,000, which we can talk about in terms of your goal. But how are you evaluating founders? What are you looking for in the founders you invest in?
Sure. So we have an investment box with four things. It's team, market, product, and ownership. So very strong team is always preferred. Someone with a unique reason why they should be starting the company. If you have relevant domain experience, great. If you're technical, great. If you're a repeat founder, great. We don't expect everyone to have all these things, but any one of those things can make you very appealing. We look for big market opportunities. I guess you can create a market. It's less likely, but it's possible. But
Yeah.
there's some markets VCs don't like. We could be more flexible, but we like to have tailwinds. Like, are there things macro that are pushing this industry in the right direction? In terms of product, we want differentiated business model, good unit economics, or at least a path to good unit economics. Like some models just will never work. They'll burn a lot of cash. We don't want to do that. Some models scale really well. That's what we're going to try to do. Then ownership, can we get 7 to 10% ownership for our first fund? For fund two, it'll be more like 10+%. Like, can we actually own enough of the company that with a good outcome, it'll actually be meaningful in terms of dollars returned back to us? So those are how we think about it. I mean, I personally like founders that can sell. I
Yep.
think selling is so important because it means you can get customers, you can inspire a team, you can handle those things, you can negotiate well, you can get downstream capital, right? Like all those things are huge. Some people optimize for technical founders. If I had to choose between someone that can sell and someone who's technical, I probably would choose between someone that can sell. And also someone who's analytical, someone that can actually assess the market, the business and competitive landscape with data and use the data to make informed decisions. We find that to be increasingly important because it's one thing to say, hey, I want to get to $100 million revenue in 5 years. It's another thing to actually say, hey, I need this much customers, I need this price point, I need this penetration level, and actually building it up. Otherwise, if you don't have a plan with SMART goals, right, it's very, very tough to do it. And you
Yeah.
rarely will exceed expectations, at least in the beginning. And so we love people that actually have that analytical rigor to help them get there.
Just to double click on the selling part, obviously wanting founders who can sell, which for many reasons is important for, getting employees, getting co-founders, getting, eventually getting more investors down the line. But how do you kind of evaluate that, or how do you check for that when you're having these companies come to you, you're having calls with founders? How do you evaluate if they can sell? If you think they're going to be potentially great at doing that in the future? I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, the diligence process usually teases it out. I mean, we usually have probably 3 calls, maybe one with just the partner, another one maybe with the deal team, and then we have a final one with our full partnership, where we have like a full team call. And just by being able to answer our questions, usually we can assess that. We also do references, but like it's one of the things you just feel out. And we have like a rubric with 7 key things, like nose for the money, grit, passion, self-awareness. All these things are kind of related to the ability to sell. But also we look for people that are truthful, right? Like you don't want to be oversold. Like, are you actually backing things up, or are you like trying to BS us, right? And just by evaluating so many deals, we're able to tease it out. I mean, we're really looking for 1 to 100 companies to invest in. The ones we get really excited about are the 1 in 1,000 opportunities.
Yeah.
So a lot of it just comes with reps. And our team, we all look at the world differently. So if you're able to win us all over, you're strong. Henri and I have rarely both been positive on a deal. If you get us both, even like one of us positive, one of us neutral, it means you're probably in the top decile of founders.